Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team submitted by a member, Big JR619, so thank you for the support. Shout out Malamar, shout out Jumpluff, shout out feraligatr, very quick write-up, and you're going to see in the matchups, swap between Jumpluff and Malamar as leads trying to get good with its team, and I'm working on team building. I'm not a great player, but I enjoy being criticized, and I know you need submissions. Long time follower here, thanks for all you do. Okay, so this is a very straightforward team, and I'm pretty sure that I've even used the Malamar Jumpluff line in one of my things. Again, it's very easy. Like, Shot Malamar is more glassy, but really adds pressure with Psy Waves and super power foul play. Jumpluff gives you some bulk. So I guess the only concern is if you're going to be leaving let's say, Malamar in some of these, and let's say you run into something where you're going to have problems with. Let's just say Psy Wave is resisted on something like Grumpig, right? The problem with that, I mean, no, wait, that's a bad example because then Grumpig Psy Wave is like triple resisted on you. Whatever, just it's a bad lead for Malamar that it's a fairy. It's Wigglytuff. You have Malamar leading, you go into Wigglytuff, it's a fairy. Then you have to safe swap what? Feraligatr, right? But Shadow Cloud's resisted on that. That's a specific example. But even so, like, Feraligatr is pretty glassy that you may need to like shield up the mid game anyways. So that could potentially hurt you as a swap here. But let's take a look to see. So jump off lead here, terrible. Going with the Malamar safe swap on this one, being met with a Sableye here. It's a pretty tough here. Getting to a one foul play that will chip. Could be Dazzling Gleam, but it also could just be a foul play here. It is just a foul play, which means you'll get to another move here because you're definitely going to outpace, especially with a little bit of energy advantage. So this will take out to grab a shield. Likely to grab a shield, they're going to want to keep switch. Yeah, 100%. So at this point, you're just sacrificing this and two shielding Feraligatr here. So the first foul play lands. I would just commit to the farm down. Yeah, don't even worry about the move. And then just bank the move and then instant swap to Feraligatr here and two shield it. You're gonna throw the acrobatics. I mean, it will chip. The thing is, with your Shadow Feraligatr and their Shadow, it's not like one Hydro won't take them out anyways. So I would have just banked this move and then just two shielding and get ahead on energy on your Feraligatr. So you ended up shielding one because now you have to shield this one because this will basically take you to like the deep yellow. Oh, it's just an Ice Punch. Still takes you to the red. And a Blastoise in the back, right? So Blastoise with a 2v1 shield advantage, you can probably Shadow Claw and Hydro Cannon your way through. 1v1, a little trickier here. So they live the second one. They're going to get off a move here. They may be close to a third move. Like a second move, sorry. But you do get the claw down, so that's nice. But acrobatics, do they have a shield here? They do have a shield. And now just luckily get to a move. Maybe not luckily, but do get to a move for the win. I still don't think that's how I would have played this out, but oh, look at that exact scenario I just mentioned. And so now you're into a Jumpluff, which is not ideal. Okay, Credilli is not the best answer. Jumpluff is just such a bad safe swap, right? You can just get punished by so many things. Like Ting Tong as a steal. I guess Fires, you'll still have acrobatics, but steals being the main one. Ice will hurt you a lot too now. So getting off the second acrobatics, so that is nice. Grab a shield here or flip switch. Do grab a shield. And they throw, which is, I mean, I guess they're not going to double resisted Bullet Seed down, so I guess that makes sense that they have to kind of throw. So going to Psy Wave down, and they give up switch, and still, this is not an amazing matchup. You have to shield up everything. Three, four. Yeah, 4 is good. 1 and 4 is the ideal timing for the fast move on Feraligatr. Do grab a shield, throw that instantly. Yeah, we don't care about timing on this one. We just need to get this off. This, I don't know if it'll take it out, but it'll put it low enough that, oh, lucky that they threw. I guess they had to throw it. You would have got a claw off there and taken it out. But this just means they're not going to have anything. Dragalge in the back. Psywave is super effective. Look how much it's adding up. CMP on the Aqua Tail here. So I have to shield that up. Foul Play. I don't even know if Foul Play takes out, even though you're doing super effective Psywaves. Yeah, it does not quite take out. Have a move. Credilli comes in. Going to superpower this out of here. I think you probably could have just Foul Play, given how low it is. Yeah, I would have just Foul Play to not... I mean, it does not matter. They have 1 HP, but... Okay, Medi against Malamar. So they are staying in with Psycho Cut. Could have Dynamic Punch, which would be neutral. But then you should win CMP on the next one. Unless they... Yeah, you should win CMP here. And they know that, so they catch on a Lapras. So catching a Foul Play on a Lapras, nice catch. You are Dark. I would just stay in this matchup. Yeah, you are Dark and Psychic, which means you are triple resisting their Psywaves. So this is a fantastic matchup for Malamar in general. Honestly, yeah, I don't even think that one was worth the bait, just given how dominant of a matchup you have. You outpace them to the charge move, and the Psywaves literally are doing nothing to you. So, not literally, but are doing nothing to you. So I think that you probably could have just gone Foul Play there. They do commit the double shield, and they still can't take you down. Yeah, I don't think it's worth shielding. I think, no. You take that. I think you, on this one, you take that energy advantage. I guess you bank the move, so that's fine. I would have, yeah, personally, I would have just, oh, Talonflames, goodbye. I would have just taken the one shield advantage for Alligator, because Feraligatr is just so dominant with shield advantage, and then you got energy advantage too. But they have a shields down Talonflame against a Feraligatr, so it's not that it matters in the ending here. But Dynamic Punch probably takes you out here. 1 HP. I mean, you still have a Jumpluff. I would go in Jumpluff and just Fairy Wind down. Instead of, why are we losing a move here when you could just Fairy Wind down? Oh yeah, because they have 1 HP. I guess it does not matter. Marowak. Okay, Jumpluff back on the lead, so this is a good lead. They could get to a Rock Slide, but it's a non-stab Rock Slide. You'll live, even though it's super effective. They do shield the Acrobatics and bank the move just to come and Drapion. Getting to the second Acrobatics. It's non-shadow, so it could be Sludge Bomb, but still probably Crunch. Getting to the second Acrobatics here. Let's see if they commit that second shield here. They do not. And so now it's just going to come and resisted Psywave down. Crunch will chip. Probably to at least 50%. Oh, just an Aqua Tail. So have a shield advantage. Have some energy coming out here. They do have energy banked on Marowak here. Going straight for the superpower. It is the better damage per energy move, but they do shield. And now what do? Just 2 shield for Alligator. My only concern is they may have something in the back if you have ground on the front. If you think it's Rock Slide, you could probably shield here. It's just a Bone Club. Okay. That's Lapras in the back. Absolutely Acrobatics this. And then it's probably just Claw and Hydro range. I would switch. Yeah, don't get farmed down there for no reason. So, shield. I mean, you don't need to. Sparkling Art is resisted, but like you got them. Might as well start using them here. Going to commit the second shield here. And having 2 Hydros to come out here. Assuming they're just going to top left with 2 Hydros. Malamar against Stunfisk. I hate Stunfisk. It's so bad. I tried to use it like a week or two. Not even a week ago. Yeah, maybe within the last week. I just hated it. So, getting to the first foul play here. It does have some bulk, so it'll live this. And do get a second move off. This thing is spammy. Getting that second discharge off. And with this one, I would have gone Superpower just because you're only going to get this one move off. And Superpower would have taken out, and now you give up switch. You both instant swapped. Lucky for you, you instant swap into Sableye. I don't even think there's a point of going Acrobatics. You could very easily just go Aerial Ace here. They're likely to, oh, okay. They do not shield. Talonflame, okay. I thought they would have shielded because they had energy on it. and then maybe thinking they could outpace you. So I thought they would shield, but they do not shield. Get the move off. Yep. Any chip here is good. Now this thing has 100 energy. So you're going to have to double shield or the instant catch. Talonflame is going to have a tough time. This is the problem with 5-turn moves. Why, if you watched my video yesterday about why Incinerate is the best damage and energy combo in the game, it's because these 5-turn moves are just this. Very easy to catch on, very easy to do that stuff. So at this point, I think it's probably just a fast move down, but 2 Hydros here are fine too. Yeah, there's no point. Once you caught that, it was over. Drapion. So, Super Power and Bail. Super Power and Bail into what though? Jumpluff, where you can just take the bulk of it. They do let it go. Crunch Rocket Tail would now really hurt. Crunch takes you 1 HP. They're just going to farm you down. Yeah. And now they're going to get to a second move here no matter what. Try to catch. Hopefully isn't. Yeah, it's probably still a Crunch though. It's probably still going to chip a lot here. And you just gave up switched into a Marowak. Wow. So clearly having some problems in the back here against your Jumpluff. So I guess I'm not surprised that they're. So this one's probably bait worthy. Why are we not? Okay, shield. I'm wondering, like, when you see a Marowak come in against a Jumpluff, your like alarm bells must be going off. Like, what do you have in the back that you are? Like, I'm guessing it's a double ground team or something. So I'm gonna get this Hydro off. I'm expecting another ground or something else weak to Jumpluff in the back. It is a. They tried to catch, but they'll still be able to hex you down probably. Yeah. This is the problem leaving a glassy Pokemon. Do get to a second Hydro, but it's resisted. You do have a Shadow here, so maybe it takes out. Jellicent just isn't. Yeah, Jellicent just does not have the bulk in the Great League, unfortunately. Really nice Ultra League Pokemon, but Great League just a little rough here. I'd rather just have something like, if I'm going to be glacier like that, I just might as well just be like Shadow Drifblim where you just hit harder. We have a Confusion. Cresselia here lands the Moonblast. Now you should outpace. They do try and catch on Talonflame. Acrobatics will still hurt. I don't mind throwing it here, but I wouldn't get farmed down here. And you're just going to have to shield up a move here. That's fine. Shield up any move here. Come out with a Hydro. It is a Brave Bird, but that's, again, who cares? We shielded. It is an Annihilate, so they are double weak to Ghost here. Psychic on the front, Ghost in the back here. Both double weak to Ghost. They're going to shield the first one. Here comes the second one. I'm looking at that switch clock. When can we get into Malamar? But I guess was a okay, so yeah, getting into Jumpluff, just forcing them to throw, which is fine. They do make a catch on the crest, but this is still going to be a lot of damage here. Yeah, take it out. They will get to a move here. Now, Sidewave should take them out before. I mean, I would shield. I know most would say you let the first rate just go, but I think their only win con was like a close combat there, so I think you have to shield that. Arctobax. Again, just going straight for the super power, which would be super effective. But then where do you go from here? Like, oh, this is gross. Sorry. Because feraligatr, Hydros are resisted. And then it was running an Ice Fang, so Jumpluff would take super effective from it. So that's why it was just an ugly situation to be in. Got a Hydro off on the Charge Bug. Gonna have to shield up an X Scissor here. Did they throw a move on the Arctobax, or are they still loaded with energy? They do get a move off. shielding. Hopefully that you can just get to 2 superpowers here and they let one go. Honestly, we do not want to jump up to see an Ice Fang Pokemon here. They do shield. Can we pace the next move? We can. The pacing on Malamar is insane here. Getting to the superpower, that one shot's instant swap. It is a Drapion in the back, so that is unfortunate. I think you're going to lose this just because Poison Sting's rising up. The crunch is going to, unless it's one shots, their shadow and your shadow. So if it doesn't one shot, it's going to be pretty close. It does one shot. Yeah, okay. I was going to say shadow on shadow is probably enough there. Malamar is on the lead. Fine. We play this out. We throw the foul play before they get to a move here. So I don't know if it was CMP or just delayed, but they do get to move. It is a fly. It was CMP, which is okay. Let's see. You can definitely get to the next move here before them. And they try and catch on Drapion, so we're going to go for the Super Power. Again, we don't have an amazing answer for Drapion on the back. That lands. Getting to another one. Let's see if they want to burn a shield and save this energy or just let you take it out. They do burn that second shield. I don't know about getting farmed down there. I know what you don't want. Yeah, I understand. Because normally I say don't get farmed down there, but if you instant swap to feraligatr, you could potentially leave jumpluff left open in the back, or if you go for jumpluff, then they're gonna come in with Talonflame. But I think you probably still could have come in with jumpluff and just fairy wind down and then got to an acrobatics or just sacrificed it. So they go Brave Bird, which allows us to claw down here. And it is a Cordelia in the back. It is weak to ice. I don't know if Ice Beam one-shots or not. I think 2 Hydros may be the best way to... Yeah, it is 2 Hydros there. Ice Beam does not one-shot, so you need a Hydro anyways. Hydro is neutral on the rock and grass, so I think it's just 2 Hydros from that range as opposed to 1 and 1. I don't know if I love this switch. Yeah, I don't think there's any point of switching there. Especially into Jumpluff, which can get punished by steel Pokemon like Corviknight here. So you had a neutral matchup in Malamar with Psywave and Foul Play. You even outpaced the Dragonite to the Foul Plays. So between the Psywave and the Foul Play, that was a very, very good matchup on the lead. I mean, they probably could have just shielded and lost a shield but taken switch, but like I don't love giving up switch here. They come back into Dragonite to snipe. They definitely have a move. The only problem is if you let this go, you'll get to a move here. You honestly, why are we going Superpower? No. I know Superpower does better damage per energy, but not against a flyer versus neutrals. My only concern here is you're letting a lot of fast move pressure in here on Dragonite. Shadow Dragonite hits so hard. Corviknight doesn't move, but you have a move. Let's see what's in the back. It is a Steelix. So Hydro Cannon is super effective. Steelix is pretty bulky. It may live one. And now you have to go back to back here, and they snipe you, and you just lost that matchup. Yeah, you lost that. I think you honestly lost the matchup when you gave up switch on the lead there. So we had a jump off lead here against Typhlosion. This is a Thunder Punch, and this Thunder Punch is going to put you to the deep yellow. So I like the kind of double triple shadow. It's fun. However, the glassiness of Malamar and feraligatr are on full display in some of these matchups where you are just trying to like save shields for some of these 2 Pokemon, which is I think right. In general, you just kind of sacrifice Jumpluff and save shields for feraligatr and Malamar, but there's a lot of fast move pressure that can take out these 2 Pokemon, and we've just seen it multiple times now. So again, you're going to have to probably commit 2 shields here. You got to shield the Thunder Punch. I would go 2 and throw a move to grab 1 shield back. But then they're going to get to another Thunder Punch. So you're going to have to just commit the shield and commit to the farm down and try and come out with some energy for the next Pokemon. And that Pokemon is a Jumpluff. So have the Ice Beam. We know that Typhlosion has a Thunder Punch. They let it go. Let the Ice Beam go, which is huge. They're pretty much only lose con there was letting that go. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, a couple things. I think that uh, I think that the glass. I mean, the main thing you made a couple mistakes, which I kind of already called out with like giving up swap on the lead when you didn't need to. Throwing a super power against a Dragonite when you don't need to. Some things you can bait easier depending on like your Pokemon you're against. I think the biggest issue with this team is that it is too glassy. So yes, jumpluff even as a shadow still has some bulk, so that's okay. But the real problem is the feraligatr malamar combo. It's just that because they're so glassy, that fast move pressure on these two really add up. That you need two shields essentially for both. And like, I don't. You can run two glassy Pokemon in a very bulky Pokemon, but just understand that it's going to be a lot more complicated to run that team because you need to make a decision on which Pokemon you are going to shield for the win and which one you're just basically going to try to grab shields with and sacrifice. So it does take more understanding of like team reading, what's my win con, which Pokemon am I going to try and 1-2 shield for the win, but also don't put yourself in a position that you can just get farmed down with fast moves. Because you, again, if you get against like a Charmer here, feraligatr against a Charmer is going to have problems because you're probably going to need 2 moves and those charms are really going to add up fast. But thanks for this mission. We'll showcase a bunch of great leagues this week. I am not if I'm as long as the news does not drop before, and if it drops before, I'd be very, very happy. But I'm guessing the news for the new season has not dropped, which means this is going up Wednesday morning, which means I am on a train to Toronto right now for a work conference. So we will see. I got a bunch of videos. I'm filming a bunch of videos in advance here for the week while I'm gone, but I'm expecting the news to drop in the next like 3 days here for the new season. So we'll see when I can cover that. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.